Hello and welcome to Channel V News. I'm Laura Conroy, your host, reporting to you from Denver, Colorado. It's a one-bedroom apartment. Just doing my best. Now you're probably sitting at home wondering, what is Channel V News? What tea is going to be spilled? Well, let me tell you. It's the happenings of the region. It's the what's what, the who's who. Now on to what we did as a whole this week. This week we locked up 50 starts and brought in 124 new recs. We had 110 hot leads and drove 550 submittals to our P-Zone boards. A couple of shout outs. Boston IGB locked up 9 starts and has 9 starts walking in. They're not parking the car, they're full speed ahead. And Team Para out of Denver, they brought in 41 new recs. Must be the altitude. Now on to my colleague Jordan reporting on business updates and market trends. Jordan, over to you.
In our market update, we saw some major trends emerging this week. Many offices are taking a 3-tier approach, targeting hospitals, banking, and SLED, or state, local, and education organizations. While there were 6.65 new jobless claims this week, these areas have been identified as sectors still hiring and hiring quickly, offering the ability to be the light for those 6.65 million. Another trend we identified related to offshore centers temporarily shutting down, particularly contact centers and help desk support services. St. Louis and Denver were reported as 2 of the top 25 metro areas with call centers. Some offices, like Cincinnati, have seized this opportunity, bringing in hundreds of new call center opportunities. We saw some steaming hot leads this week. Some noteworthy companies were Charter, Centene, State of Massachusetts, Biogen, Wells Fargo, Denver Health, Leidos, Raytheon, Cigna, and Lockheed Martin. Check back next week for updates here.
Oh, thanks, Jordan. On to some noteworthy news. Jordan Smith-Kingston, out of Hartford, newest account manager. Congratulations on your promotion last week, Jordan. Us here at Channel V News are so incredibly excited for you and can't wait to see you do big things. We also had 2 account managers in the region hit 10K. Blakely Glass out in St. Louis, 10K went down. Congratulations. As well as Tori Mitchell out in Boston. She broke 10K. Little known fact about her, she was a 3-time pro recruiting contest winner and now broke 10K in account management spread. Great job, Tori. Great job. We also had a pro recruiter out of Boston, Jake Wiswall, break 15K. Congratulations, Java Jake. And Holly Woodward, our professional recruiter designee out in Denver, is currently the number 3 rated recruiter 1 in the company, hitting an ATH last week of 9,711. That's insane. I am impressed with you, Holly. And then Lindsay Heaton, a lead out of St. Louis, is now the 5th rated recruiter in the country, coming in at an ATH of $47,509 in weekly spread. She's a lead recruiter, and she's at an ATH of just under 50K. That's unbelievable. Congratulations, Lindsay.
Thanks, Keith. And Lindsay, wow, what an impressive milestone to hit. That is incredible. Shout out to everybody else hitting those milestones. Let's jump into what you guys have all been waiting for. The top 10 plays of the region. A couple honorable mentions. Kat Keenan out of Boston. She's a pro. She had 37 CPFs, 9 subs, 10 interviews off. She also walked in $1,211 worth of spread while locking up $1,388. That is a great week, Kat. Also, another honorable mention would be Cassie Nurbon, an account manager out of Boston. She had brought 6 recs in, drove 9 P-Zone subs, was able to have 22 meetings off, and locked up 3 starts. Great weeks, gals. That is an impressive performance out of both of you. So let's kick it off at number 10. We got Maddie Fields, an R1 from Boston, who had 35 CPFs, 4 subs. He had a cold call go off, but he set 9. Man, that is great production. You're going to have a lot of meetings off these next couple of weeks. Shout out to you for getting after it. Coming in at number 9, Riley Gubrera. She is an R1 out of St. Louis who had 35 CPFs. She had 7 subs, 6 interviews off. She completed 4 reference checks. She had set 1 cold call and had it go off. And she went on a virtual lunch. I hope it was delicious. That's a great week, Riley. So, shout out to you as well. Coming in at number 8 against my will, they had chosen me, but I'm going to shout out to Gareth Henry and Hillary Throckmorton, 2 AMs that I had partnered with this week. Both floated great candidates to some of their top 20s. Not only did one candidate for Gareth end up getting set up for a final, but Hillary did the same, and she was able to lock that candidate up for 14-20 in spread. Shout out to both of you guys for hustling. I'm sure you're going to hear Gareth a little later on this list. To number 7, Shay McKinney, account manager out of Boston. She had saw a hot lead come out on Thursday around 10:30 from an R1 in Tampa. Shay didn't sit back and she didn't just scroll past it. She saw and realized it was her territory and immediately picked up the phone and dialed that manager. Not only did she set the manager, she took a record and drove 4 P-zone subs in a matter of 24 hours. Shay, that's how you hustle. That is super impressive, and no wonder why you're coming in on this top 10. At number 6, you have Amanda Miklas. She's an account manager out of St. Louis. She had 3 starts that she locked up for just shy of $3K. She went on 21 meetings and negotiated a great bill rate. I know the folks at IG University are probably amped to hear that. Locking up more spread, that is super impressive, Amanda. Keith, who we got going in at number 5?
Coming in at number 5, Gareth Henry, an account manager out of Boston, IGB division, had 43 total touch points. He had 2 new meetings, one of which a top 20 ad. He had 10 subs to his P-Zone Rex, and he had 10 interview sit-ins. He also walked in 2 starts for $1,000 and locked up another 2 starts for $1,000. Unbelievable week, Gareth. Great job. We also had an account manager out of Denver who comes in at number 4. His name, Adam Bryan, IGB division once again. He walked in 3 starts for $3K this past week and locked up another 7 for $4,400 in weekly spread. That is unbelievable. Say it with me now, people. Unbelievable. Coming in at number 3, Denver pro recruiter in IGT, Brittany Blaze, had 39 CPFs, 15 subs, 2 hot leads, 15 interviews off, and locked up 3 starts. Brittany, I'm at a loss of words, and that doesn't happen often. Great week. I almost said unbelievable again, so we might just say unbelievable after every single one of these. Coming in at number 2, an account manager out of Boston, IGT. Let me tell you a little thing. She almost didn't make it on this list because we just got her stats a few short moments ago. So that's a lesson for you sales managers. Please make sure we get these stats in on time, or else performances like Erica Michaels would not have come to fruition. She would have not been on this broadcast, but she had 22 meetings, 8 new, added a new top 20, 11 interviews off, 7 of which she sat in on, walked in 3 starts for $4K, and locked up another 2 starts for $3,200. That is unbelievable. And she almost didn't make it on this list. So get those numbers in. But Erica, I don't want to take anything away from you. You had a career week, which you continue to do. You are unbelievable. Like I said, I'm going to keep that going. But great week. And you know what? You know what that means? It's time for the number 1 performer of the week. And I actually went ahead and misspoke. It's actually performers. The number 1 performers is a partnership out of Denver. IGT division, they are both on Team Para. And they partnered together so well. This account manager, Jackie Nolan, she won an exclusive project with Jacobs at the MDA for 15 openings and filled a total of 7 of them between the last couple weeks. And she's going to be walking in 10K of net new spread starting in May. Jackie, that's unbelievable. And that wouldn't have been done without a pro recruiter, Ryan Ramirez, who he was responsible for 4 of those total locks this week. Ryan also had 13 subs, 8 interviews off, walked in a start for $1,500 and locked up 6 starts for $4,700 in weekly spread. Ryan, unbelievable week. Jackie, unbelievable week. And Ryan and Jackie, your partnership is, say it with me now, unbelievable. Great work, guys. You are the top performer of the week, and we are amazed by your partnership.
Wow. What an incredible list of performances right there. Now, you guys are probably wondering, what is this obnoxious yellow thing behind me? It is hashtag Be the Light. That is what our company is all about, and I want to highlight the hashtag top Be the Light plays of the week. First one out of Denver. They were able to collectively band together and raise $3,000 to support their local hospital. Great job, Denver. That is awesome. Now the next two coming out of Boston. Val Choi, professional recruiter, had two candidates locked up. The rec got halted, but knowing over an IGB, Courtney Mitchell had very similar business, brought up both of her candidates. Courtney floated them to her manager, and long and behold, there starts. A very similar situation. Gabby Chinigo, an IGT account manager, knew that she had to let two contractors go, and that's horrible. But she knew Gareth Henry, IGB AM, had very similar recs open. She got both her candidates over. Gareth got them over to the manager, and now both of them are starts. Guys, way to help out these people in tough times like this, putting bread on the table and making sure that they have a good sense of security. You guys are hashtag Be the Light, and congratulations on earning a top spot in the hashtag Be the Light plays. Can't wait to see who's on the top 10 next week and who's being the light next week. Megan, over to you for weather.
Thank you so much, Tom and Keith, for covering some of the top plays and performers within our Flying V region. Keith, really loving your suit, and Tom, that turtleneck really does suit you. So, for weather, for the standout performance this week goes out to my team Farrell here in St. Louis. They really brought the heat this week, and it's only going to get hotter. They've been really crazy about having some high activity week after week, and it truly has been paying off. They ended up locking up 6 starts for over $7,200 in spread, and also have 85 meetings going into next week. That is insane. Truly going to get hotter. Also, we are expecting some light rebuttals out here in Flying V. But for an example, Lexi Madonia out in St. Louis, my girl, she cold called a manager that was pretty upset that she was calling him during a pandemic. Instead of just letting the call go, she calmly did explain to him, and this is what she said. As a part of being a talent solutions company, we have a lot of our current contractors who have been recently laid off. It is my social duty/job to help find opportunities for them and thousands of other people due to this increase in unemployment. In addition, we have similar clients like yourselves who have reached out to us for help since they have had such an influx of responsibility. I was simply just reaching out to see if you were in the same boat and how I could be a resource for you. Because of that, because of what she said, he immediately changed his tone and agreed to meet with her, and she ended up setting that meeting. Lexi, way to calm the storm and way to set an example for everybody out in the region. So our focus this week, cherishing our recs. We have approximately over 300 recs across all 4 markets, and focusing on relationships and new meeting activity out on the road. So that is weather. It's only going to get hotter. Let's come together and really crush it this week. That is weather. I'm going to now pass it over to Luther and Matt, who are going to cover lifestyle. Here we go.
Namaste, everyone. This is Matt Campbell, Channel V's lifestyle guide and correspondent, reporting live from Denver, Colorado. I will be offering weekly tips submitted by you at home as a way to help the rest of us best adjust to this new work-from-home routine. This week's tip is the wonderful role that a whiteboard can play in helping you stay organized, both up here and in here. Just as easily as you can write something down, you can wipe it off. Whether it's putting down that you have to recall a candidate at 11:30 or a critical question that you can ask your client next time you speak to them on the phone, this is the best way for you to stay organized and stay on top of everything that you need to accomplish. Beyond lifestyle tips, I want to make sure that everybody at home knows that I am our furry friend correspondent as well. If you have a pet, whether it's a dog, snake, cat, iguana, betta fish, leopard gecko, who knows? We want to make sure that we are giving recognition to all the furry friends and pets that are keeping us company during this difficult time. Now I would like to pass it off to the woman that even makes Guy Fieri turn green with envy, Miss Courtney Luther.
Hey everyone, it's Courtney Luther coming to you direct from South Boston's Andrew Square. On behalf of Channel V, I couldn't be more excited to be your guest contributor for How to Home Cook during the quarantine. I had to don my Sunday's best for our first segment with my Carol Baskin inspired cat lady pajamas. For those of you that have known me, I am the original cat lady long before Joe Exotic and Tiger King came out. But really what I hope to share with you guys are some tips, techniques, and secret information on how to be the best at-home chef you can be. This is Ace here. But to tell you a little bit about how I got started, it was actually in my mid-20s when I first started cooking for myself. And I know you're thinking, what, 2 or 3 years ago? Huh, I wish. It was actually 10 years ago when I moved into this very kitchen, had a little bit more space, time on my hands, where I really started dabbling and filling around the kitchen. And how I really got started, I watched a ton of Food Network coming over my bed on Saturdays, would find amazing recipes and ideas there. I also bought some cookbooks, as Ace is showing here, Half Baked Harvest, I Am a Garden, Allison Roman, Ashley Rodriguez, a few of my favorite. But now with Instagram, there's tons of food bloggers out there, New York Times, Bon Appetit, The Kitchen. So I encourage you to get out there, follow some different people, get inspired, and follow the recipes. I follow the recipes. I'm not a naturally gifted chef, and it seems to work. So how to stock your pantry in these times? We gotta think on a budget. Unless you're Giselle Bamberg or Don Paris Federal Team and you're crushing it out there, money is at top of mind. So some cheaper bang for your buck, as my director likes to say. Beans, canned tomatoes, sauce tomatoes, coconut milk, pasta. I did have to sneak in Cadbury mini eggs. And if you don't like these, there's something wrong with you. Rice, quinoa, all that goes well. And some basic produce staples that I love to have. Onions, garlic, citrus. I do have a little bit of fresh herbs. I like to store them like that. But also bananas, they don't really last long. As you can see, they're browning here, but they make for great banana bread unless you're Matt Campbell and use protein powder instead of all-purpose flour. Doesn't really end well. So I'm looking forward to hopefully inspiring you guys while we're stuck at home. Please give us a follow here on Instagram, Luther Cooks with Heart, H-A-R-T, and send me any questions and suggestions, and I will respond.
I laughed, I cried, I'm a little hungry. Thanks, Luther. So tune in next week to find out a little bit more tea about Flying V. Thanks, I'm your host, Laura Conroy.